So in this video we'll look upon something which is called as BG. What is BG now? Background uh, color. Yes, background color. It's nothing but background. It's mean background equals background. Okay, so this was comment. It's nothing but a comment. It will not execute at all. Okay, so we need again Tkinker inside of files. So write it import Tkinker as tk. Why we're writing as tk here? Because when we call Tkinker, we're calling it's one of module like window or displaying a button. So it will be easier to call it as tk rather than writing down this whole Tkinker weird name. Okay, so we have Tkinker now. I am going to introduce you today with TTK. You heard right, TTK. It's a module of Tkinker again that we can import it from Tkinker, and we will import something called TTK. It's nothing but module. You can't name it anything. It is a module of Tkinker which is inside the tkinker.exe file. If you have watched my previous videos, so you should know that. So we are adding this new item, so it will make a bold look to our buttons and entry boxes and frames, canvases. So a thing we are going to call our window, we will call it as an app, and equals tk dot uppercase T and lowercase k. This is nothing but calling a window, and it is a function, so we will give this brackets. Now we have to close it down in loops. It will run. It will not give you error anymore, but it will start and it will finish at the same time when it start. So we should have it running always. So we'll call it app, which is nothing but our variable name of our window. You can give it as Windows, give it as Windows. You can dot main loop. It will loop this function main loop. It will loop it as we need till the user will close it manually. When it is a function, so we'll close this inside two brackets. Now we have tk in our file. We want a button, so we will type down a name as button name equals tk dot upper b and button. Close this also and we'll attach it to our window comma text equals to now we this as click, and we need to loop this also, so we always pack this down, no? p dot psvk pack, and we just do this thing. But now if we run this, control s save and py.tho in python main p.py run, and you will oops you will see this window. This code actually this one code. Yes, okay. So this one, if you click it, nothing happens. But as I was saying TTK, we are using here TK only, means nothing but this default one. But we want TTK, so what we are going to do, we'll just copy this. See, and you might think why I'm using Windows 7, because this Windows 7 I'm using about from when I was a kid, or that time. I'm not much bigger. Okay, let be. I added here TTK. I copied this and I added a T again here, and I'm going to save again and running this in my terminal, and oops again. You will see something just like this. What's the difference between two buttons? One is looking great, means this one is looking just a simple button. These are nothing but difference between TK, TTK, TN, TK and TTK. This is nothing. You can't say if you write this one code. If you want to write this one, I will rather save this again, run this, and you will got a error. I will read the error for you. Drag back most call last file main3.py line 18 in module button name ttk button windows comma text of click error name ttk is not defined. So here name ttk is not defined. Actually I was reading it from my terminal where I run my code. So Control Z, take it back, Control S, save it, and again, no error here. This can be, even you maximize this like this, you will not see buttons here because it's maximized, and recording this much part of the screen only. I have big monitor, that's why. It okay. I was explaining that TTK and TK, but here we can even add some functions like command equals to, and we really don't have any type of function here, so we will write def for making function, and name your functions like this time small n underscore. Okay, you can name it anything. You should add a colon here and enter it. You will see you are indented. If you are using other type of text editor like Notepad++, you should see these things. I'm using Visual Studio Code, so it is looking like this, and I will have a label. Error. Let's see. Okay, label equals tk dot l label, and close it up and add it to our Windows, and ex text equals was in quotes. We'll write let's copy this one. Say control V ed clicked. So we should have some differences between click 1 and click 2, and even this is not going to run up till we add here loops label dot back pack. Close this down because the pack is a function. As we write here function, we close this also, so this is also function, but we are not writing under it, so that's why we're not going to put colon here. But there is a new way for you. We're not going to use pack. In place of pack, we will use grid. Let's copy this, and once you use grid one time, you have to use only grid in entire file, and grid is pretty easier to handle also. Excepting this main loop, do not change it with grid, because this is a main loop that inside this function works. Okay, so you'll see you can close it up, and we can copy this whole function, Control C, Control V, and just having a click 1 and click 2. So we have two functions named again. So we will again name is one. Oops, OMG, we can't do that. Can't start any function from an integer. add underscore and 1. Again I will add underscore and 2. This is nothing but our function's name. Can copy this, control C. Actually I need to copy this one, control C, and control V. And I'm going to copy this. Hold on, control C, control V, and go ahead and add a comma here. Remember that comma should here with last one, and there should be a space from beginning a new one. Okay, so here is the same function. I will change it to 1. Now this much of the code we should run will run, and it's not confusing code. It is a Python code that is the simplest code inside the file. Save and run, and you'll see now that you will get a window now using grid. It is attached to side. It's attached to side. So if I click this, we'll see click 1, click this, click 2, click 2, click 1, click 2, click 1, click 2, and this will go on. So let's run it again. And click. Now the window will resize by itself because I have resized it, so it will not move. It will not move at all. So that's the thing. And video is about 17 minutes longer. So bye bye.